Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distant view of close things. Miyamoto Musashi. Well, my friends, I love that in so many ways because we use what? A distant view, a medium backing away view, and the close view. That is the weekly, the 2-day, and the 195-minute chart. And of course, in fact, I'm going to write this down as I'm doing the show today. I'm going to send you the back. It's not the backtracking, it's the stepping back training. I'll find it and put it at the end of today's video. It's about what you should do on, say, Wednesday. That is, take a long view of what you see developing in the week so you can make the right strategic decisions moving forward. Okay, let's jump into these charts. This is one of those days where everything is up. Not up a whole lot. I would say bonds are up quite a bit, but stocks up a little bit, gold and Bitcoin up a little bit. But again, one of those days where you've had some movement and then things just sort of gel. Well, not gel really, they just sort of hold. And again, nothing moving too much except for bonds. We'll start first with the S&P 500. After several days of lots of down movement and then an up movement that we see happening as we get into Tuesday, of course, just sort of a relenting downward push and then pushing back up just a little bit today, sort of digesting those gains. Now, we had average volume last week. We didn't have a high last week. That high was actually the week before, the week beginning the 10th of August. Last week, green candle lower than the prior high, decent volume, and this week just dropping through. Now, what could be happening? We could be having things rotating over, heading down. That's sure what it looks like at this point. Could just be digesting those gains, market figuring out which way it's going to go and pop back up again. But it's going to be hard to draw any kind of trend line anytime soon for an up move. You can see where we are now, where things have gone. So that is very difficult. Will the market recover and head back up? I'm not thinking so, but we're going to wait as we get a little bit more time in grade. I am thinking that things are going to rotate back over. That's sure what the charts are looking like for us. What do we see on the NASDAQ 100? 0.62% up for the day, up a little bit more, but of course we can see how it rocketed down. And I call this digesting the mood. That's pretty much what we're doing. Many times it's digesting the gain. This is digesting the loss, figuring out where we're going to go at that point. And again, the high the week before, interim high, was, let's see, 734.39 and then 734.58. So it looks like we did bump up a little bit higher last week and with average volume and then rotating over. So we'll keep an eye on things and see if indeed that negative mood is over, if things are going to continue to move up or not. But I have a feeling that negative mood is going to continue. Now, bonds, another thing. Bonds have been going down for many, many weeks. And if you look here closely, you can see where we had this potential bottom here on bonds. We stopped, the candle itself did, not the wick, last week. And then bounding up, crushing through the trend line. And again, up today, 1.10%. As bonds continue to move up, you know, again, sometimes that inverse correlation between bonds and stocks will play themselves out. I see in like major crashes when things really move down, it looks like everything moves down because everybody's trying to make margin calls. Not everybody, but certain people are, certain big players covering shorts, those kinds of things too. And then we just sort of see everything move down together because people are selling to try to cover. What we see happening now is, of course, bonds moving up. And again, Bonds shot up last Wednesday, the 19th, pulled back, digested those gains a little bit, and then started on Monday and bounding up even stronger today. So by the end of the week, we may find ourselves in a long position on bonds. Gold, man, it just keeps going up, doesn't it? Gold shot up. It started moving up back on the 4th, Tuesday, the 4th of August, bounded up on the 5th, then sort of sideways a little bit on the 7th, let's see, and the 6th rather, and then popped up strong on Friday the 7th, just sort of kept cranking up till Wednesday the 12th, and then sideways a little bit, down a little bit, and then started off again on Wednesday the 19th and climbing, my friends. As we look in the morning, a little bit of indecision, opened lower than the prior close, but by the end of the day, up 0.32%. Hadn't hit the high of Monday morning yet, but again, moving in the right direction, going into the 4th week of gold recovering. Bitcoin up a little bit, and it's just a little bit for Bitcoin, 0.22%. We can see where Bitcoin really bounded up. I mean, bounding up several days, popping up on Wednesday the 19th, Thursday the 20th, Friday the 21st, Monday, and then just sort of settling back a little bit today, perhaps digesting those gains. Second week, not showing a lot as far as volume goes on the weekly chart yet. We'll see where that goes as we get longer in the tooth for the week. But again, things moving in the right direction on gold and Bitcoin. Stocks, again, up a little bit after some down moves. We'll wait, watch, and see how they're going to settle out for us and figure out just what's going on. That is where we are. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.